Hello there, true art believers. I hope you're doing wonderful today. This is Pierson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you're watching 500 Days of Drawing. Today is day 484. Missed a few days, but I'm going to make up for them expeditiously because that's how I be. That's how I roll. And in order for me to wait, and the way that I'm going to make up for them is to do cactus drawings, my specialty, my specialty. All right, let's get going, shall we? All righty, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing good. I'm doing swell. And let's rock this stuff out, man. We're going to do a really quick, really quick, really quick drawing starting now, my friends. And here we go. I'm just gonna blaze through all this. I'm not even gonna think. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna take all the thinking out of it and just go with the system that I've kind of put in place here. And we're just gonna go, you know. Didn't mean to be rhyme. It's not. I'm not even trying to rhyme. I'm just gonna. Yeah, right. All right. Let's get going. So it's been a few days. I don't know. I can't tell you why. Actually, I can tell you why. I haven't been doing my daily live streams. It's just. I've been trying to delegate or relegate my evenings to spending time with the family. And yes,
I want some apples.
go grab yourself an apple. Shut the door, please. I can't cut it right now. I will cut it afterwards, though. Well, I've been spending my time in the evening doing. I'm trying to spend my evenings with my family, and so that's been taken away from. That's taken my evenings away from me. Not in a bad way. Just like I just don't have the ability to do live streams in the evening. So I got to figure out ways. Evenings during the weekend, during the week is different. Like, you know, like because it's like a work week. Like everyone had, like I can do it during the week a little bit, no problem, right? Because it's a work week. But other times, it's like not so. It's not so easy, right? What do the brains look like? It's not so easy, right? And so here I'm using this. Ooh, what's brains? Is this supposed to be like brains? Is that what it's supposed to look like? What about this? Get out of here. Brayer. There we go. So yeah, I just haven't been able to do it, and I don't feel bad. Actually, I kind of do. Like it's hard enough to do the live streams, let alone take away the time to do them at night, because at night's the best time. Well, actually, not the best time. Noon is the best time for me, but I at night's the second best. Right. And yeah, so here we go. We were doing some stripes here. And then let's go ahead and do a little bit of let's see. Vinyl brush. Yeah. But anyways, this has been a normal week, man. Outside of that, I just haven't been very like, you know, productive outside of that. And I need to get, and it's all my fault, right? It's all my fault. Like maintaining a schedule is absolutely key and paramount in doing these live streams. It's also very difficult to do, because let's face it, man, it's very difficult to do this, just for as a pastime. I was I guess I can make, if I wanted to, I can make this a more lucrative thing where I talk about certain things. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see here. Now we're gonna use it's a rake. We're gonna use the rake brushes. I've been using a lot of rake brushes on my. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of rake brushes. I've just been playing around with, because there's so many of them. Like there's like, what's this? The big basic rake here. Why does this one have no glitching to it? Okay. There we go. Look at that. A little bit of glitching. And now we're going to go ahead and do a dark tone. And then make a really big one right here. There we go. And I think I'm done. I'm done with the background, and we just lock it. But yeah, schedules. Your schedule is a constantly changing thing, right? And what I've learned from doing these live streams is you got to have a really solid schedule, or at least know when you're going to be doing things at certain times. And I kind of have that knocked down. I have it kind of set up, but like, it's really difficult right now with the when you have a kid, right? Like I have a little kitty poo, right? And it can be very difficult to do things. Like I can see how like stay-at-home parents, right, where I can see how they don't do much during the day, but like eat, like clean up and laundry, right? I can see how that can be the case, because I do that. But like what I struggle with is how can I get these things done and also have a like also have something that I look forward to. And the problem is I can't look forward to this at night. I really can't, because at the end of the day, I'm like, in the evening I have to go to work, right? So I have to go to work in the evening. So like me going and like, that's why I don't really look forward to doing this at night. Even though nighttime, it would be, in an average person's schedule, that would be the best time, right? Like, because a lot of people are off work, they don't have anything going on in the evening. For me, I'm not off work. I'm just getting off work and it's already been a long day, or I'm still at work, right? And so the doing things at night is like last resort, even though as I said earlier, it's the best time to do these things. For the average person it is. For me, not so much. But we're just going to knock this out. We're not even going to think about like, I'm not even going to double like question anything. So I'm not going to backtrack on any of my actions here. I'm just going to go straight through and we're just going to draw it, But yeah, keeping a schedule is, I think, the most important thing you can do for anything. Like if you have any personal goal, any business goal, any like work related goals, or any financial goal, like any type of goal that you want is only going to be successful if you're good at managing your time. And spoiler alert, not a lot of people are good at that. It's just not taught, man. It's just not taught. like no one teaches you how to um no one teaches you how to, what would you call it, like schedule stuff in your calendar. What do you determine to be the most important task and stuff like that? And for me, from my experience, that changes day to day almost. Like, of course, I have like a standard thing that I do. We all have like this standard thing that we all do that are like an important task. But like for me, my most important task, or like that doesn't that kind of stays the same. But like for me, when I get those things done, changes. Um, I think it's looking like I might be able to do my live streams. Um, if I am on point with my scheduling, I might be able to do them. Like I might be able to get them done at earliest by noon. But that would require me to really be on like point with my sleep schedule, and that's what I've been struggling with lately. Forever, as I said before, like you gotta, like if you seize the morning, you could seize the day in some to some extent, right? Like, and my scheduling has been just off. Like it's just been terrible. And I can't stress enough that anyone that wants to do anything of value to themselves that they feel that is important to them, you just got to be really, really rigid with how you schedule your day. And I just haven't. Today was pretty good, but that was because the reason why today was pretty good with scheduling was I made a solid decision to go to bed around 10:30. You know, just whatever I don't have done, finish it up tomorrow. So like yesterday I went to bed at around 10:30. And so what I need to do is do that every day. Actually go to bed as soon as possible at my earliest convenience would be the best. If I can go, the earlier I go to bed, the better the next day is going to be. And that's what I'm currently trying to improve. And I think we undervalue that whole idea of staying on your sleep schedule. Because a lot of us, we're not very good at it. And I'm not pointing fingers or anything like that. This is in general. Like, I think a lot of us aren't really good at maintaining a sleep schedule. Like a lot of us will, like myself included, a lot of us will wake up giving us just enough time to make it to work. And I hear from like these time management gurus and time management books that like the best way to do this is actually you need to wake up like at least 2 hours prior to you having to go to work. And a lot of people are like, what? A lot of people will wake up just to give themselves enough time to get ready and drive. So they give themselves enough time to basically get dressed, brush their teeth, and to commute, essentially. So you need to actually get up 2 hours ahead of your work schedule, 2 hours outside of that time that it takes for you to shower and all that other stuff. Like you need a very, very big, like, what would you call it? Time cushion. And a lot of us don't give ourselves that time cushion. We're just kind of, I don't know, like we're just not very good at that. And that's okay. Like it's not a bad thing. It's just like we all can work on that kind of stuff. And I think all of us should work on that stuff. I think being very good with your time management is good. I remember in school, like teachers would talk about how you got to just be better at time management. And the thing is, they like give you a blanket statement of that, like, oh, just be better at time management. Like, okay, well, how do you do that? How do you do that, teacher? Tell me how to be better at time management. And they probably wouldn't be able to answer that. Like, It's like it's easy to state what you need to, like what you need to do to be a little bit more effective with your day. It's harder to kind of explain ways of doing that. Like it's hard to explain time management. How do you do that? You know? And what I've kind of learned is the best thing you can kind of do is just you've kind of create habits. Your time management is based upon like just being really strict with your habits. And the better you are with your habits, the more time you have available, essentially. And it seems weird that that's the case, but it really is. Like, if you know that you're going to be working out, or you at this time, you know that if you know you gotta, you're eating breakfast at this time, you're going to have more free time. And it's not even time management; it's really just habits. It's habit formations. Like the better you are at forming new habits, the better you are at basically having more time available to you. I don't even think it's like time management. So when someone says you got to manage your time better, like you really just got to learn how to create a good solid habits. Because all time management is you doing things over and over again and repetition, which is basically a habit, you know. And if you can be more effective at creating new habits, right, then you're just going to be more effective at doing other things. And so basically just try to be better at creating new habits. You know, if you're going to get up at a certain time, try to stick to that wake up call. Like I'm terrible at that. Like that's a major like flaw of mine. Like I have not been able to stick to a like wake up schedule, a time I should be waking up at all. Like I've been awful at it, you know. And I totally understand the necessity to just wake up at a time and just stick to it, because I don't know, it's just like the way that if your body knows that you're going to wake up at this time every day, and you know that you're going to wake up at this time every day, you've basically you've taken out some form of thinking that you have to do for the morning. So you know that you got to wake up this time, and you're not having to devote some mental resources on deciding what time you wake up, you know. And so I would highly suggest it. I would definitely have everyone consider waking up at a time that is, you know, of a decent enough, you know, not like early. You don't. I don't really agree with the whole waking up at 4:00 thing. I do to some extent. Like I've done it before. I would agree with the whole waking up earlier than the average person thing, where like you wake up early, on average earlier than most people. I would agree that that's a good thing to do. But I don't think doing waking up at 4 is necessary, although some people would argue against that. I think though, like it has its uses, but like I don't think it works 100% of the time. Because like if you have a job that you have to stay up late all the time, like why would if you have to stay up at midnight 1:00 and you're trying to do this 4 a.m. wake up call, you know, you're basically setting yourself up for failure, you know. And I've done it, man. I've done the whole waking up at 4 a.m. So I know what it's like. But I would say waking up consistently and waking up at a time that is earlier than the average bear, right? Average person. I think that is one of the tools that some of these ultra rich people or these successful people do, is they just wake up earlier, you know. And they usually wake up earlier, and they usually go to bed earlier, than a lot of people. A lot of people will go to bed at midnight, you know, watching stupid shows, right? I myself included, I've done that. I've went to bed late because I was watching some dumb show. And that's, my bad. But the thing is, I'm like owning up to it at least. But some people won't even own up to it. They'll just like, they won't even admit that that's a problem. Like staying up late is it's not conducive for the regular world, you know. So staying up late is it's you're setting yourself up for not for fail, I guess for failure. Actually, no, I don't know. It depends on you, you as an individual. Like Tony Robbins, that guy is a freak. Like he can like run on zero sleep. There's like people that can literally run on like 1 hour to 4 hours of sleep and be freaking fine. And then the average person's like, I need like 7 to 8, you know, and that's pretty much everyone. Like that's a lot of people that need that amount of sleep. And you know, there's these other people, these stupid gurus that tell you like, oh, wake up at 4. Like, dude, like you're able to run with no sleep. You're completely discrediting the average person, like the average amount of sleep a person needs. And like, so these like people will tell you they'll tell you all these facts of what you can do to like be better. And they think that just because they can do it means that other people can do it. I think like you have these people like David Goggins, Jocko Willink, these guys that are absolute beasts, and they're able to function without sleep. But like, and they think that everyone can do it because they think that everyone can build up a mental fortitude. Like maybe they might be able to build up like enough mental like power to get up at 4 a.m. every morning and like knock out like hard intensive like exercises and business decisions. But I think they're like the outliers, you know. And I as I said, like I think there is some truth to what they're saying. There is some truth to like waking up at 4 a.m. and just going hardcore and running on all cylinders, you know. But I think they are the exception, you know. There's a lot of truly exceptional people out there that don't do that. You know, there's a lot of people that people that make millions of dollars or have have a large amount of influence in the world, and they're not waking up at 4 a.m. They're going to bed earlier. And waking up at like 5 or 6, you know, and they're millionaires or multimillionaires. They just learn how to be more effective with their time, you know. And some people like Jocko Willink and David Goggins, they can do that. You know, they can do that kind of stuff. While the average person can't. They may think that the average person can because like, oh, I can do it, so that means anyone can do it. Like, no. I don't think, like, I don't know what world you live in, but I don't think that's possible. Like, you know, like, just like, I don't know. I don't espouse to that type of like mentality. Like I think you got to be reasonable and know yourself as an individual before you start doing that kind of stuff. Because it's hard, man. I've done it when I had my own solo art show years back, and it was rough. And it wasn't worth it for me because I didn't get any. Like I was doing it in hopes that I'd sell some of my artwork, but I never sold any of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do an art show unless this is how I thought of it. Like the next time I have an art show, I'm going to do an art show that I will only do an art show if I have all the work available and ready for the show. I'm not going to do a art show where I have to prepare and have work. I have to start making work for it, because that's not fun. And that's what a lot of artists do. A lot of artists, what they'll do is they'll get a solo show, and they'll make work for that solo show, and they'll make work. And the problem with that is they don't have the work done, so they're basically working at full steam ahead just to get the work done for this art show, and it's just a terrible way to do an art show, because you're just constantly struggling. You're like working your butt off for an art show, and you're trying to make a deadline. So next time I ever do an art show, if I'm ever in an art show, it's just going to be whatever I have available to me. I'm not gonna try to make new artwork. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's a waste of my time, because I'm basically allocating all my time towards a show. And I think, if I were to do an art show now, I would actually just have the work already done and ready to go, and not do what I've done in the past, which was that it was not fun. It was not a fun experience to do that. But that's another topic in itself. But I've done the whole getting up early thing, and yeah, I think all of us have it in us. But like, do you want to? And do you really want to? Right? Like, do you really want to do that? Like, I these guys that talk about these no pain, no gain thing, and they like talk about working your life, working so hard that you have no free time. That's, I don't know if that's a way to live, right? So this is actually turning out pretty good. So I'm gonna just like add a little bit of dark tones. All right, so I think that part's done now. Let's go ahead and add one more. We're gonna do two more things here. We're going to add like a dark bluish hue to the shadows here. As you can see, it's a little bit of blue tones here. Maybe a little bit of blue tones here. Maybe not that blue. Like something like this. All right, and then we're gonna add like I don't know. We're gonna add some teal underneath the arms. I like doing this on my cactuses here, and it just kind of a little bit like adds an extra like flavor or glow. And maybe do something like right here. There you go, and then maybe add some of this tone right here. And then one more thing before I do one more thing before I do the thorns is I've been doing messing around with these skin brushes, because they're like skin pores, and I've been enjoying using these like skin pores as like to create like interesting textures for my brush for my cactuses. So I've been kind of doing something like this. It just kind of adds, because they change, as you can see, the brush change appearance when I there we go. Just a little bit of this. It's kind of Let's add a little bit of like texture to it. I want to see what this brush looks like. Oh yeah, those kind of cool. Maybe if I do something like this where it's, ooh, not that. It's too, we're gonna add another layer right here using this brush. But we're gonna play around with like a layer setting. So let's see what it looks like as a overlay. No, hard light, soft light, mix, difference, hue, saturation, luminosity, color burn. What's color dodge? Hard light, exclusion divide. Now we're not gonna do any of that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take that and then we're gonna try to erase some of the remainders. We're gonna do this tone. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take an eraser and we're going to erase it using a hard edge brush. It's kind of I don't know if I want it that hard. Like, let's go back. And I think I'll leave it like that. There we go. And yep. Now we're going to do the thorns. And then we're going to be done with this, man. Do the thorns. Press B. Get off the freckles. And we're going to use a dark color. Dark green. There we go. Like this dark green right here. And let's go ahead. Just gonna add some thorns here. I don't know if I like that color though. Okay, we'll just do this, okay. All right, so I think it's done. One thing I noticed is I don't think I had enough highlight on the side of the cactus, but maybe I'll fix that. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Let's get the thorns on here first before I make that decision. Kind of start it. Okay, let's start right here. But yeah, time management is very important for anything. Like if you want to do stuff like this, time management allows you to do stuff like this. If you were terrible with your time, you're not going to be able to do things like this. Like if I was terrible at with my time, I wouldn't be able to do live streams because I'd be so busy trying to keep up with the regular things that I need to do throughout the day. And to some extent, I'm kind of blessed because I have like a job in the evening, right? Actually, no. I think if I had a regular day job, I'd actually be better off. I might be able to do this in the evening. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm blessed because I have a day job in the evening, but I'm also not blessed because it makes it harder to do things like this. So I am going to actually add a highlight on my cactus, much like this side. I'm probably going to do it on this side as well, but it's going to be a little bit brighter. But I'm going to do that after I do the thorns here. But it's really weird to say like, oh, I'm blessed because I don't have to work during the day, but I'm also not blessed because I'm basically, it's like I'm contradicting what I just said previously, right? And I agree with you on that, but I really do think that there is something to be said about having a regular day job where you can get done and you get home, and you're able to have your evenings free. You know, I don't have my evenings free for the most part, right? And which is why whenever you see me do a live stream, you see me do it usually before 5 because I have to be at work at that time for a few hours, right? And yeah, so I don't have the evenings to do cool, fun things like live streams. And when I do them in the evening, it's the after hours, right? It's super late. It's not at a conducive time, right? It's really late at night, and it's just late at night. So that's my cactus. I'm gonna do one last thing before I go. So I'm gonna put another layer in, and I'm gonna use my texture brush, and we're going to do the teal color, but a little bit brighter on the right side, like this. Yeah, a little bit like this. Yeah, do it like on this side as well. And a little bit more right here. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. And maybe even do like a saturated area. Like it'd be kind of cool to put a little bit of saturated color right here, just for fun. Maybe a little saturated color right there, and like something like right there for fun. And that's it, man. That's how I do my cactuses. I've kind of got it down to a system right now, and that's a good and bad thing. It means that like I can do this drawing in roughly 30 minutes. This one's been like 40 minutes, a little under 40, 35, a little bit over 35 minutes. And, but before it used to take me about 45, 50 minutes to an hour to do one. Now I can do one in either anywhere. If it goes really smooth, it's 35 minutes. If it takes a little while, it's usually at 35, 40 minutes. And so that's a really good time. But I'm also talking during these live streams. If I were just like to blaze through it, I'd be able to go much faster. So let's go ahead and sign this right here. I'm going to sign it and call it a day. So there we go. TMP 2020. Come on, give me a good, there we go. 22. This is what number is it? Number 169. 0169. There we go. And it is day 484. So in order for me to catch up the days that I missed, I will be doing a bunch of cactus drawings. So I'm going to be doing about like 4 cactus drawings just to catch up. And then I'm going to come back and start back on my 100 heads challenge. Gosh, I keep saying that. There's going to be a caveat though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I think I will only be able to do the 100 heads challenge on my days off, on like days that I'm not working, because I need a good 2 hours of time in order for me to do a 100 heads challenge. I need about an hour and a half each time. So I think I'm only going to be able to do one of those heads like 4 days or 3 days a week. So anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. Let me put the timer off here. 1 second. I want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. I don't know. This cactus is okay. I think. I don't know. I'll probably like it later on, but right now it feels subpar. But I do like some aspects of it. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. If you have not already and you've watched this stream more than once, please heavily consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and/or Twitch channel. I greatly appreciate it. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Cheers.